Hello and welcome to another episode of Very Mustant. I'm so happy to be back here. The background is quite different. I think you can even tell by my voice, it's quite different, unlike in the other videos that I do because I'm always indoors and so I have to restrict myself from being loud. But today I'm outdoor, I'm at home. I've been here for the last 2 weeks. Today is on Friday and I will be traveling back on Sunday. And so I decided, you know what, I don't think the leave should come on an end when I've not showed up here and just given you a glimpse of exactly what I've really been doing. I'm really glad, but first of all, forgive my hair. I was supposed to do it yesterday. Then I thought to myself, no, we have to wait till Saturday because a one day can make a difference, especially for someone whose hair is quite sensitive, even to weather. If it's cold and I do blow dry my hair, it will shrink within several days. So I just want to do it tomorrow so that when I'm traveling on Sunday, at least it will sustain me for an entire like two weeks or 3 weeks before now it is braided. The entire of this year I've not been braiding. I had actually come with the intention of plaiting again, but I said I miss my hair. I miss combing my hair. The fact that right now it becomes very difficult for me to maintain my hair, and yet in high school I maintained it for a span of 4 years. I'm like, yo, but you have to understand that right now the responsibilities are quite a number of them. Anyway, that's not exactly what I really wanted to talk about, but I just wanted to be a conversation. I came here, I've written several blogs, I have even started a TikTok. I started a TikTok, and I really want to grow it to a certain level. I really want to talk about matters that are impactful, matters that are not talked about anywhere else, if you get me. I want to create unique content because for a very long time, I just feel like I've suppressed my voice. I have, even dealt with the fear of starting out because of what people will think about me. Actually, I'm so grateful that I took up a sabbatical leave from work. When I came home, I found my sister was reading this book. It's called Let Them Theory. And the author was touching on exactly what I was struggling with. And so I decided, you know what, I will start that TikTok account. Whatever they will think, they can think. I really don't give a damn. I really don't think a damn because for a very long time, we really don't want to be seen struggling. We don't want to be seen as beginners, and people are willing to refrain themselves from creating content so that they cannot be seen as beginners. And they are willing to put on hold their abilities just because they don't want someone to see them as a beginner. But there's a quote that really guides me. It talks of how embarrassment is the cost of entry. If you're not willing to look like a foolish beginner, then you will never be um, an amateur in whatever you're really working towards. Yes. So for me, no, my teacher didn't teach me that. I just want to be very keen with the way that I'm articulating myself because I have a dream that one day I'll find myself in communications. Actually, let me tell you something behind my TikTok account. It was created with the aim of enhancing my communication skills. I've never spoken about this boldly or even openly. It's an area that I've really struggled with for a very long time. The inability to speak up in rooms, the inability to stand and speak up my mind. So for me, I think by taking these baby steps, they will really enhance my voice. I was watching a while back. I don't know whether I talked about it, but I talked about it in my TikTok video of this communication expert. He was talking of how you have to record on a daily basis for a span of 15 minutes in order for you to see where you fall short, to see where you can really improve on, to see where you can build on in order for you to become that communication expert that you're aspiring for. And another thing that I really want to build on, it's vocal presence. When you stand, people can actually listen to you because your voice is commanding. So that is something that I really want to build on. I remember back in especially the university, I really struggled with presentations. I really did. And many a times that I really didn't look forward to the days that we would present, and so I would miss on the classes. But at times I couldn't miss, especially when the lecturer would insist that the way that you can get marks is by you showing up to that presentation. So yeah, I look forward to being in the communication department, even though right now I'm in the banking sector. Again, I was thinking and reflecting about my career journey. It's something that I've been reflecting on for quite a while because when I went into the banking sector, forgive me, there are so many flies. There are so many flies. Do you know our neighbor has pigs? And even right now, I'm in our own compound, our family compound, and I tell you, it is stinking. It is stinking so hard. It is stinking so hard, you know? So forgive me when you see me doing this. It's the flies. They are really interfering with exactly what I am doing. So my career is something that I have been thinking about. I really don't want to be that kind of a person who wants to be in an organization out of convenience, out of them of not being able to have the ability to live. I don't know whether you get me. I've been in the banking sector for 1 year, and I really look forward to getting a job that will really afford me flexibility. Yes, I talked about it, flexibility. The ability of working at different shifts, not being confined in one place from Monday to Saturday, even having my own time, even to create content. That is what I'm really aspiring for. I'm not ashamed to say this, and I don't know who will listen to this, but I remember telling myself, if I get good at communications, if I have that, if I have that um, ability to command rooms, if I have that ability to speak out, then I don't think I will ever find myself in a 9 to 5 p.m., especially from Monday to Saturday. Yes, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Someone like Nyawera Gashugi, someone like Amina Mohammed, they are ladies that I really do admire. And I know their schedules can be quite hectic, but it's how they manage it, it's how they are called. And given the responsibility to lead on conversations, to lead on conversations in boardrooms, to lead on, or what is it called? I lose track of words, but people who have that commanding presence, and that is something that I'm really trying to build. Another thing that I can say I'm really working on, it's getting to a place where I believe in myself because it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, especially when you are so used to being in spaces where you're demoralized, spaces where your voice was not appreciated. So for me now, it's going beyond who I have always been, who I have always thought I am. So those are some of the areas that I'm really building on. My mom is looking at me and she's wondering, hey, you need but it's content creation. Maybe one day she will see these. And yeah, a flexible work schedule, a schedule that I can really exercise who I am, because I've come to realize is that when you really find yourself in spaces that you are not really working on something that you're passionate about, there's that tendency to feel frustrated, there's that tendency to feel stuffed up, there's that tendency to not be excited, there's that tendency not to be excited to show up for work. But I believe it's quite different when you know you're working on something that you really love. And this is why I create in as much time as I can to work on my creative space, because I know in the long run that is something that I can rely on. And now I want to build on it, the fact that it can generate income. Yes, it can generate income. So communication is something that I'm really working on. I never wanted to talk about this, but I'm really in a space where I feel I'm ready for relationships. I've never felt that way for a very long time. I never felt that way. I never did. So many people would tell me, you have gotten to the age where you should be ready for a partner, but I wasn't in that space. But right now, I can confirm that I've really worked on myself, especially mentally and emotionally, and understood the kind of a person that I am. So I don't think there's anyone who'd really come and confuse me. So I don't really think that there's anyone anaweza kuja nibebe kiufala, as majority of the people would say. And I'm really looking forward to meeting my partner, someone who is kind, someone who really has an understanding of who they are, someone who has a respect for themselves, because I believe if you respect yourself, it will not be difficult for you to extend that respect to other people. Someone will be gentle on me, someone who would really understand me, because at times people don't see us. We are in relationships with people who don't see us. People who are just there. They love the idea of being in a relationship, but they don't welcome what it takes for want to sustain a relationship. And one of the things that I can say, I've been in spaces where I have felt lonely. I've wondered to myself, why is it that I've felt lonely? It's because I've not felt seen. Where you can see my physique, but they are not seeing you for who you are. Because I believe if someone sees you deeply, they will get to even know some of the areas that they can, or some of the things that they can do for you to showcase that they really see you. They will not uh, engage in anything that is meant to make you feel bad about being in their lives. I really don't know whether I'm making sense, but generally, I desire and I really look forward to meeting my person, someone who will be on this life, someone who is purposeful. And let me tell you a story. First of all, avoid people who are negative. I'm in a space where I avoid people who are negative. I avoid people who are negative. I don't want that negativity around me. I just don't want people that you tell them this is what you want and they see difficulty in anything. Please avoid such people. And my life started working out in 2024 when I stopped being negative about myself. I unfollowed social media spaces that had negative information about relationships, about career, about how you should live your life. And from 2024, I found myself going out on dates. I found myself out there. I submerged myself in spaces that I didn't think I should have been a part of. Yeah. And I would say I'm really grateful to God because that has made me take back my power. Power in the fact that I don't thrive in negativity, because one thing about it is that when you consume so much negative content or negative information there, you give your power to the fact that now you've accepted that nothing is meant to work out in life. Even for you, nothing will work out for you. But if you are someone who is positive, you're the one who repels people, you're the one who repels even information. I don't know what I'm saying, but I wanted to say, do you get me? But I remember like a friend of mine saying, I think it's wrong for you to ask people whether they get you. And another thing, these flies, they are massive. And no, guys, we are not dirty people. It's just the way that we have a neighbor who has pigs. Yeah, so basically reflecting on life, being in a space of gratitude, looking forward for the future, to a place where I will be flexible, to a place where I will have friendships that add value, friendships that I don't need to follow up on. Right now, I had come here, or rather was coming on leave, ready to come and meet up with my friends, but I realized what's the essence. I met up with some, but some have decided, I will not meet up with them um, because of the space that I'm in right now in life. I just need someone or people who are driven to do something, people whom we are on the same page, people who we are building on something or even onto something. Yes, people who really push you, people who really want the best for you. That is something that I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, that's the end of my yappy. But I will post it. I will post it. Yes. So that was how I spent my leave days. I don't think I've really said how I spent my leave days. It was just a session of being open with it. Yes. So bye bye. Today I was extra vulnerable.